Welcome to what I genuinely believe is one of the most important presentations you'll watch in 2026. AI in finance is not a future trend, it is a present reality that is already separating the winners from the laggards in global financial services. Over the next 50+ slides, we're going to cover everything you need to know. The biggest use cases, the real organizations that are already reaping extraordinary results, the global tools, with actual costs, and the independent analyst ratings that tell you which tools are truly delivering. Whether you're a CFO, a finance leader, a fintech founder, or simply someone fascinated by the intersection of artificial intelligence and money, this presentation is for you. Let's get started. Here's what we're going to cover today. 8 major sections. We start with the market, the macro numbers that tell you just how massive the AI finance revolution already is. Then we move into the 10 core use cases where AI is making the biggest difference in finance. After that, we look at real case studies, JPMorgan, Goldman Sachs, HSBC, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, Lemonade, and more, organizations that have deployed AI and are publicly reporting the results. Then we get into the tools, the global platforms, their features, and critically, their actual pricing. We compare them head-to-head, give you industry-specific recommendations, and close with the Everest Group, Gartner, and Forrester analyst ratings. 4 numbers to start. First, $2.5 trillion. That is Gartner's January 2026 forecast for global AI spending this year. This is not a niche technology, it is a macroeconomic force. Second, 59%. That is the percentage of finance functions globally that are now using AI, according to Gartner's survey of 183 CFOs in November 2025. Nearly 6 in 10 finance teams. Third, 90%. Gartner predicts that by 2026, 90% of large enterprise finance teams will rely on internally managed AI platforms trained on their own proprietary data. And fourth, $84.99 billion. That is IDC's projection for Gen AI spending in banking and financial services alone by 2030. The trajectory is clear. Finance is going all in on AI. Let's add more context to the AI finance picture. The chart on the left tells a powerful story. AI adoption in finance jumped from just 37% in 2023, to 58% in 2024, to 59% in 2025. That's a 60% increase in 2 years. But note something interesting, the pace has slowed. Gartner calls this the trough of disillusionment. Organizations that deployed quickly are now figuring out scale and ROI. The bullet points on the right show just how real the activity is. AI use cases in finance. We're going to look at 10 transformative areas where AI is delivering measurable, documented value, spanning banking, insurance, asset management, and fintech. These are not theoretical applications. Every use case we cover has live, production deployments at major global institutions with measurable outcomes. Let's move from theory to practice. These are the documented stories of major global financial institutions that have deployed AI at scale, with publicly disclosed results. These numbers come directly from company reports, press releases, and verified media sources. The world's top AI finance tools. Now we move to the practical question every finance leader needs answered. Which tools should I actually buy? We're going to go deep on features, verified pricing, integrations, and honest assessments of which tools are best for which organizations. The AI finance tool market divides into 6 distinct categories, and understanding which category you need is the most important first step. Category 1. ERP and finance platforms, SAP, Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics, Workday. These are comprehensive systems that embed AI across the entire finance function. Category 2. FP&A and planning platforms, Anaplan, Workday Adaptive, OneStream, Pigment, specialist tools for planning, forecasting, and scenario analysis. Category 3. Reconciliation and close, BlackLine, Trintech, Flowcast, laser-focused on automating the financial close. Category 4. Business intelligence, Power BI, Tableau, ThoughtSpot, Telius, AI-powered analytics and visualization. Category 5. Sector-specific finance AI, Bloomberg Terminal with AI, Refinitiv, Palantir, Kensho, purpose-built for capital markets and institutional finance. And Category 6. AI assistants and LLMs, Microsoft Copilot, Google Gemini, and OpenAI for finance. Horizontal AI layers that can be applied across finance workflows. Most organizations will need tools from multiple categories. Now that we've covered the individual tools, let's put them side by side. We're going to look at features, pricing, and use cases in a comparative format that makes selection decisions much clearer. Here is our feature comparison matrix, evaluating 6 major platforms across 7 critical capabilities. Let me walk you through the key insights. For natural language queries, Microsoft Copilot leads with best-in-class capability, given deep integration with Microsoft 365. For automated financial close, SAP Joule, Workday AI, and BlackLine all score best in class, each being purpose-built for close automation in different ways. For machine learning forecasting, Workday Adaptive and Anaplan lead, reflecting their roots as planning platforms. For ERP integration, Microsoft, SAP, Workday, and Oracle all excel, naturally. For fraud detection, BlackLine leads among this group. For compliance AI, SAP leads on regulatory depth. And for SMB friendliness, Microsoft wins decisively, with SAP being clearly enterprise-only, as the red X indicates. The key takeaway: no single tool dominates all categories. Your selection must be based on your specific priorities. Now to what everyone really wants to know, the money. Let me walk you through the pricing spectrum, from most accessible to most premium. The implementation cost column is critical. Always factor in the total cost of ownership, not just the license fee. Industry-wise tool recommendations. Based on everything we've covered, features, pricing, analyst ratings, and real-world deployments, here are our specific recommendations by industry and organization type. Now let's go to the independent assessments. What do Everest Group, Gartner, and Forrester actually say about these tools and their vendors? These are the ratings that enterprise procurement teams and CIOs rely on for major technology decisions. ROI data, implementation challenges, and key takeaways. We've seen the use cases and the tools. Now let's look at the financial returns, and the very real challenges that organizations face when deploying AI in finance. Because this is not easy. And being honest about the challenges is just as important as celebrating the wins. Now for the hard truth. AI in finance is delivering extraordinary results, but implementation is genuinely difficult, and the majority of organizations encounter serious obstacles. Challenge number 1 is data quality and governance. AI models are only as good as the data they're trained on. Most financial institutions have decades of siloed, inconsistently defined data scattered across legacy systems. McKinsey's 2025 data shows that over 60% of AI project delays are attributable to data problems, not the AI itself. Challenge 2 is regulatory uncertainty. The EU AI Act is now in force. The SEC has active AI guidance. The CFTC issued a staff advisory in December 2024. The FSB published a systemic risk report in November 2024. IOSCO is developing new capital markets AI governance standards. Navigating this landscape requires dedicated AI compliance capability, not an afterthought. Challenge 3 is change management. Finance teams fear displacement. Successful deployments invest heavily in reskilling, involve finance teams in AI design, and communicate clearly throughout. Challenge 4 is model risk management, particularly for regulated financial institutions, where AI models must be validated with the same rigor as quantitative models under State Route 11-7 guidance. And Challenge 5 is vendor concentration risk, flagged by the FSB, the danger of excessive dependency on one or two AI hyperscalers. Based on Gartner's AI adoption curve and McKinsey's finance survey data, we can map most organizations onto a 5-stage maturity framework. Stage 1 is exploration, approximately 24% of organizations, evaluating AI, running proof of concepts, but with no production AI deployed in finance yet. Stage 2 is experimentation, 39% of organizations according to Gartner in 2025, with 1 to 3 AI tools in production, limited scope, and early ROI measurement underway. Stage 3 is expansion, about 14%, where AI covers multiple finance domains with governance frameworks in place. Stage 4 is integration, another 14%, where AI is deeply embedded across the finance function, with connected planning, automated close, and intelligent ERP operating together. And Stage 5, AI-first finance, about 9% of organizations today, where AI is the default operating model, with real-time insights, autonomous processes, and continuous finance. The question is not whether to move up this ladder, it's how fast. And organizations stuck at Stage 1 or 2 are losing competitive ground every quarter. The regulatory environment for AI in finance has evolved dramatically in just the past 18 months. The EU AI Act, now in force in 2025, classifies AI systems used in credit scoring and insurance underwriting as high risk, requiring conformity assessments, bias testing, and mandatory human oversight. Full enforcement is 2026. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has active guidance on robo-advisor disclosure and AI-generated investment recommendations, with enforcement actions beginning in 2025. The CFTC's December 2024 staff advisory applies existing commodity regulations to AI and derivatives markets. The Financial Stability Board, the global financial regulatory body, published a November 2024 report identifying systemic risks from AI concentration in finance, calling for enhanced monitoring. IOSCO is developing a 6-measure framework for AI governance in capital markets, likely to become an international standard. And for U.S. banks specifically, the Fed and OCC's State Route 11-7 model risk management guidance applies fully to AI models, requiring the same validation, documentation, and monitoring as traditional quantitative models. The regulatory bar is rising fast. Organizations that build AI governance from the start will have a significant advantage. Looking ahead to 2026 through 2028, 6 major trends will define the next chapter of AI in finance. First, agentic AI. Gartner predicts that 40% of enterprise applications will feature task-specific AI agents by end-2026, up from less than 5% today. In finance, this means autonomous agents handling close activities, forecast updates, and compliance monitoring continuously. Second, the 30% faster financial close. Gartner's February 2026 prediction for cloud ERP with AI by 2028 is the defining milestone for finance technology investment decisions today. Third, AI skill gaps are creating a new talent dimension. Gartner predicts 50% of organizations will require AI-free skills assessments by 2026 because over-reliance on AI is eroding critical thinking. Finance teams must balance AI adoption with human skill development. Fourth, $2.5 trillion in global AI spending in 2026 confirms this is now a macroeconomic force. Fifth, significant M&A consolidation is expected in the AI finance tools market, as larger platforms acquire specialized vendors. And sixth, Proprietary AI platforms, trained on internal data, will become standard for large enterprises by 2026, as the Gartner 80% prediction reaches its realization point. The next 24 months will be defining. Thank you for watching this video. If you have found it helpful, may I request you to kindly like the video and share it onwards within your teams and friends so that it may help another professional too. Do please subscribe to the channel for more interesting learning content coming up. For feedback or queries, please feel free to write to the email on this channel. See you in the next one. Thank you.